You ever see a whole block get their comeuppance at the hands of a backyard BBQ? Yeah, I didn't think so either, until it happened to me. Picture this. I'm standing at my grill, just minding my own business, cooking up ghost pepper wings so hot they could probably double as industrial paint stripper. My brother's army squad is coming over for their monthly heat challenge, and let me tell you, these guys can eat things that'd send a normal human straight to the ER. It's supposed to be a private thing. No neighbors, no drama, just a bunch of lunatics in camo crying into their beers. And then like some kind of disaster siren, you hear Karen. Yeah, everyone's got a Karen, but trust me, mine takes the cake. Next thing I know, she's parading through the neighborhood yelling free buffet at Rex's. Everyone's welcome. Suddenly my backyard's crawling with strangers, kids grabbing plates, moms double-dipping, teenagers taking selfies like they just discovered a new species. And Karen? She's acting like she paid for the food, waving napkins around, grinning like she's the hostess with the mostest. Then comes the moment of truth. First bites land, faces light up, beet red. One guy starts hacking like he's been maced, grabs my hose and just starts spraying his mouth while screaming. Kids are spitting wings into the pool. Adults are chugging my beer like it's the only thing keeping them alive. Meanwhile, I'm just standing there recording the chaos, because what else can you do if you ever wanted to know what happens when a Karen hijacks your BBQ? Well, now you do. But let me back up so you really get why this was the most beautiful revenge I've ever served. See, about 2 months before all this, I thought I'd found my own little patch of heaven. I'm Rex, 52, divorced, burnt out on life's drama. I bought this little ranch house at Willowbrook Estates after the ex-wife and her lawyer tag-teamed my bank account. All I wanted was peace and a place to grow my peppers. Yeah, peppers. Not flowers, not tomatoes, no. I'm that weirdo who grows Carolina Reapers and ghost peppers just to see if I can survive eating them. Most guys collect cars. I collect capsaicin burns. My brother Dale, he's Army through and through. Every month he rolls in with his squad guys who think habaneros are a breakfast food. I'd spend whole weekends making wings so hot by the time they were done you'd need a hazmat team to clean the kitchen. But the neighborhood looked perfect at first. Quiet streets, lawns cut just right, people who waved but didn't want to borrow your tools or judge your mailbox. Not a single HOA sign in sight. That should have been my clue something was off. Turns out what I'd actually bought into was a suburban dictatorship run by Karen Kowalski, queen of the cul-de-sac, owner of the world's gaudiest McMansion, and proud driver of a white BMW with boss lady plates. If there was an official uniform for neighborhood tyrants, she wore it: black yoga pants, sunglasses the size of dinner plates, and always a clipboard. The first time we met, I was dragging my last box off the moving truck, sweat stinging my eyes back, screaming for mercy. She swoops in, shoves a stack of laminated guidelines at me, Comic Sans, because why not insult my intelligence while she's at it, and starts rattling off rules. No music after 8. No work vehicles in driveways. No visible hoses. Oh, and don't forget the voluntary $200 improvement fee. The way she said voluntary, you knew your kneecaps were at risk if you didn't pay up. Her handshake. Like grabbing a wet fish left out on the counter too long. She peels off, and right away I spot my neighbor, Mrs. Tessa, peeking from behind the curtains, shaking her head like she's watching a train wreck she can't look away from. That night, curiosity gets the best of me. I hop online, do a little digging. Turns out the real HOA got dissolved in 2003 after the president ran off to Mexico with 30 grand. Karen's authority is just in her own head. But rookie that I was, I didn't know the battlefield I'd just stepped onto. 3 weeks in, after another 12-hour day wrestling wires for a strip mall, I come home to a bright orange parking ticket on my truck. Violation blocking public sidewalk. I grab my tape, 3 inches over the line maybe. That's not blocking anything unless you're driving a tank. Mrs. Tessa corners me later, whispering like we're in a spy movie, tells me she saw Karen out there at dawn, measuring my truck, then calling the city like she'd just caught Al Capone. Here's the kicker: Karen's own kid parks his monster Jeep across the sidewalk every weekend. Never a ticket. Hypocrisy. That doesn't even scratch the surface. So I go full documentation mode, snapping pictures of every infraction I see, stacking up proof like I'm building a legal fortress. Contractors parking overnight boats where they shouldn't be, even Karen's Beamer too close to a hydrant. Only one person gets ticketed: me. Now, I've worked around enough building inspectors to know if you want to play the rules game, you'd better be ready for paperwork. I file my own complaints, then drop an anonymous tip to the state licensing board about unprofessional conduct in residential communities. You could practically hear Karen's real estate license trembling. Sure enough, 6 weeks later, her renewal gets flagged for extra review. But Karen's just getting started. She calls an emergency community meeting, hands out flyers like candy. At the front of the room, she's got a PowerPoint about industrial activities threatening the neighborhood, meaning apparently my work truck and ceiling fan installations. Then she whips out a petition demanding $500 in HOA fees and restrictions on commercial vehicles, with herself as the grand administrator, of course. I stand up cool as ice and ask the room to verify these so-called signatures. Turns out half the people signed are either out of state or deceased. The room loses it. Neighbors start trading Karen horror stories fees for ethnic gardens, charges for having a kid's bike on the lawn, you name it. Her scam's been running for years. People she thought were easy marks, elderly single parents, immigrants. But the dam bursts and every grudge comes pouring out. Karen bolts out of there faster than her son dodging chores. And for a minute you'd think the nightmare's over. But nope. Next thing you know, the city's at my door, inspector in tow, investigating unlicensed electrical work. 7 complaints in 3 days. Martinez, the inspector, goes over my house like he's searching for state secrets. When he's done, he asks if he can use my wiring as a training example. The irony tastes almost as good as those wings. But Karen, she doesn't quit. Noise complaints, lighting violations, made-up chemical hazards in my garden. The pattern is so obvious even the officials start apologizing for wasting my time. But I'm not some rookie she can scare off. And every false report is just more ammo for the day this all blows up in her face. Then comes the twist. I'm piecing through a stack of complaint forms one rainy Thursday when I notice everyone is signed Karen Kowalski, Acting President, Willowbrook Estates, HOA. All written in the same purple gel pen, same sloppy K, same spelling mistake. So I dig into the records, and sure enough, the HOA is long dead, no legal authority, no right to collect a dime. But the scam is deeper than I thought. Over 4 years, Karen's extorted more than $30,000 from people who just wanted to keep their heads down. Now I've got a choice: call the cops or set the perfect trap. I pick the latter. Dale's heat challenge is coming up, and I know Karen can't resist being in charge of anything she sniffs out as a party. I start leaving receipts where she'll see them talking about my big BBQ just within earshot, prepping 2 batches of wings, one normal, one so hot it should come with a waiver. Sure enough, the day comes and Karen hijacks my event, inviting the whole neighborhood to my backyard, using my grill, my food, and most importantly, my Reaper wings. I watch it unfold from a few feet away, phone recording while she plays Queen Bee. The first wave of people hit those wings and chaos erupts. People are running, coughing, crying, begging for relief. Karen's spraying her face with my hose, looking like she's seen the gates of hell. Cops show up, paramedics show up, news crews show up, and me, I'm standing there calm as a lake with every document, every video, every record. No one was invited by me, I say. Karen took credit, and she's been running an illegal scam for years. The news eats it up. Karen gets arrested on live TV, mascara, running mouth on fire, and suddenly all those people she bullied finally see her for what she is. After that, everything changes. Karen's gone, sold her McMansion, lost her license, slunk off to Florida, or wherever people like her go when they lose their crown. Our neighborhood, it becomes an actual community. Mrs. Tessa organizes real potlucks. Her bok choy is the star now. Mr. Thompson reopens his tool library. I even start my own electrical business thanks to a contract I picked up during all this. Dale's squad still comes by for the monthly Pain Olympics, and we raise money for veterans instead of coughing up for fake fees. Here's the kicker: sometimes the best way to deal with a bully isn't to fight fire with fire, but to let them light the match and watch them burn themselves down. That's what Karen did, and honestly, I couldn't have scripted a better ending if I tried. Now, every time I sip my coffee and watch the kids ride their bikes past Mrs. Tessa's ethnic garden, I think this is what neighborhood's supposed to feel like. So let me ask you, how far would you go to stand up to someone abusing fake authority? Is there a line you'd never cross, or do you wait until they've gone after the wrong person? Ever had your own run-in with a clipboard-wielding tyrant? Drop your stories. Let's see who's got the craziest HOA horror tale. Sometimes the only thing a bully needs is a little taste of their own medicine.